Recently, Blender released a new version, the version 2.9, and in this version Blender brings the Nishita sky texture, but this came with a question. Is the Nishita sky texture useful for architectural visualization projects? Hi, my name is Augusto Cesar, I work with architectural visualization using Blender, and I'm here to answer this question. Is the new Nishita sky texture useful for architectural visualization projects? Let's find out. Let's start with the scene. It's not too complex, but it's a nice scene to see this result. Really good to see how the Nishita sky texture will behave. First, let's come here to the Work tab and delete this sky texture that I was using and create a new texture. Here we can change the color, make whatever we want, but now we don't want that. We want to come to this dot, click here, come to this section, the texture section, and click in sky texture. Done. Now the sky texture is applied in our scene. The default values are a bit too overexposed for some reason. If we come here, I put the exposure in 0 and change this film for false color. And as you can see, it's overexposed. It's normal, okay? It's normal to see something like that. I don't know if this is the best behavior, the full behavior, but as you can see, the exposure is set for the objects in the scene, not for the sky. I think this is a good behavior to have. So let's rotate the sky texture to see how the shadows is behaving in this scene. So let's rotate by 125 degrees, 135, 145. And as you can see, the result is pretty good. It's overexposed, as you can see. So let's reduce the exposure, and we have this result here. Let me just turn on this tree in the middle of the house, just to make the things look even better. As you can see, we have some overexposed areas, not a big problem for sure, but the result is fast and really easy to get. So my first impression is this Nishita sky texture is very useful for taking decisions, to taking lighting decisions. So you can use the Nishita sky texture to choose the best HDRI setup. So you can use the Nishita to see how the light is behaving, and you can find a HDRI that will fit the same lighting setup that you try to use in the Nishita. So taking a decision, it's very good. The downside is the reflections. As you can see, if you take a look in the glass, there is nothing in the glass because the Nishita sky texture is totally bland. It's just a blue sky with a weird albedo here. It's a bit too flat, so there is nothing to reflect, there is not to bring more information to the scene. This is not a big problem at all because the setup itself looks very believable. So let's change more values here to see how it behaves. There is two values that I like to change. First is the altitude, because the altitude by default is the same height of the sea level, and length is not usually in the same sea level. Just the beach is in this level. Let's make it a bit higher, something like 5. When you change it, the sky starts to look more bluish, looking better, and the shadows will look darker, as you can see. In the altitude of 0, the shadows will be less darker, but as you start to move up, the shadows will get darker and darker, and in the space, the shadows will be black. We can change the sun elevation for 0, and we can see how the sunset and the sunrise will behave, and for me it's looking very nice. It's a really nice behavior, as you can see. So let's reduce even more the sun elevation. Now the sun elevation is negative. As you can see, with the negative value in the sun elevation, the sun will not appear in the horizon, so it will look like that. And we can bring up the exposure to create a blue hour shot. Easy as that. And as you can see, to make this scene look more bluish, like a blue hour shot, we can just reduce a bit the dust. That's the second thing I was talking about when I say that it's necessary to change some setups here. So reduce a bit the dust and increase the ozone. So the ozone will make your scene look more bluish, as you can see. And we can have a pretty nice result faster than looking for different HDRIs. So for that reason, I think the new Nishita sky texture is really useful for architectural visualization, because in architectural visualization, in any art field, the thing that takes more time is the decision making process, when you need to take decisions, experiment, so on and so forth. So if Blender brings a tool that is easy to use, is artist friendly, user friendly, so they are going in a really nice direction, because we can take faster decisions, we can use the software in a smart way, we can focus on the artistic side, and we don't need to care about lots of setups and configurations and lots of nodes, nothing like that. Just change some sliders and okay, it's looking good. This is a direction that we will love to see Blender taking for other things like particle systems, for simulations, for physics, something easy to change some sliders and get a nicer result faster. My final impression is it's very nice. It's very nice for two things. First, you take a decision, choose the lighting setup for your scene. You choose the light, and after that you change it for a HDRI to bring more reflections, more information for your scene. And for animations, it's also really good, because you can just set some keyframes and your scene will be good to go. Okay, if you liked this video, please click like, subscribe, and I will be here soon posting new videos about architectural visualization and Blender, and maybe I will have a better English anytime soon, I promise. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next time. Bye.